watch sports, but
Yeah.
But yeah, Sportsmaster was her dad.
Sportsmaster sounds like a brand parallel to like Bauer.
Or like Adidas or something. Like,
or Adidas,
Like, or Puma.
Yeah. So, I mean, here, season 1, we find out that Artemis. So first, I think Green Lantern introduced her as his quote-unquote niece.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Right?
Green Arrow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But no, it was not right. It was Artemis's sister is actually one of the villains, which is Cheshire. Which
I remember as the cat that smiles in Alice in Wonderland.
Yeah, I know. You know what? I didn't actually read any Cheshire stuff in comic books.
Me either.
So I don't remember her through there. But I do remember, yes, Alice in the Wonderland. The one with the creepy smile, right?
Creepy smile. Same idea with the kabuki mask.
That's the one. And their dad is Sportsmaster. And apparently their mom is the Huntress.
Mm-hmm. I didn't know that, but that's pretty cool.
That is so odd.
Yeah.
I thought Huntress was more like a bat. I thought her and Batman had a situation going on.
I think, yeah.
Well, Batman has a situation going on with everybody.
Yeah.
We have a lot of slutty superheroes, eh?
You know what? The men get around, actually.
They really do.
In all comics. Spider-Man gets around. He gets good stuff going.
Yeah. And then you've got, well, no, that's a whole new different universe. But, no, you know what? Clark is not that much of a slut.
I think he's a one-woman gal. Oh, no, you know what? He got Lana at first. I think there's a Betty somewhere in there.
Veronica and Betty?
No? Sorry, no.
wrong show.
Take that.
And then Cheshire is apparently married to Red Arrow.
I actually liked them. They were great as a couple.
Makes sense, right?
They're such good like that episode where they have the baby and they're infiltrating this fortress.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh great, you woke up the baby, and she's like laughing when they punch people. And like, I'm afraid she's gonna end up like you. And it's like
they're just weirdos together. I mean, it works, right?
Good parents.
And Superboy and Megan, of course, they become a couple. I think we mentioned that already.
Yeah.
But I think they were keeping it from the team season 1.
Yeah, because I think Wally kind of did have a crush on her, so she wanted to be respectful and then hide it for a bit.
Right.
But then it didn't last. They actually broke up a bit in season 2.
Oh, right.
And then she was with Garth, I think his name is.
Right.
And then, not Garth, the other guy. The other Aqua dude, I forgot his name.
Aqua dude?
Yeah, he can
We're not Aquasis guys.
I know
you're different. But yeah, Dude number 2.
Aqua dude number 2 looks kind of like a fish dude. She was with him for a bit.
Oh gosh, that's driving me insane because I know
I
know the name too, but no, I totally know who you mean. And one of my favorites, Zatanna, eventually joins the gang in season 1 too.
Yeah.
So, dudes, if you haven't watched Young Justice and you're a DC fan, you are missing out.
They give each of your characters enough love that you can be like, yeah, like Flash is in there. All the Flash family was in there, actually.
Was the girl there?
No.
That was the only one, eh?
That's the only one. Yeah.
But Barry was there.
You got Barry. You got Wally. Yeah. You got Jay Garrick. You got Bart Allen. Like
everybody.
You got enough people.
Almost everybody. 97% of everybody.
90%.
But Zatanna, I loved her in comics. I mean, she's hard to read because I had to read everything backwards.
See, what you do is you take it in the mirror and you read it through the mirror.
Doesn't work, no. I wish that was the case. But I loved it. She joined the gang and, because Zatara, her dad, becomes Dr. Fate, which was an awesome episode.
Yes.
Awesome episode.
Wally put on the mask for a bit, too.
Yeah.
And that was pretty sick.
I actually even forget. I forgot that happened.
Yeah, because usually when you put it on, it's like, okay, this is a life sentence.
I know. We'll figure that out for you guys.
Gotta go back to that.
But anyway, watch season 1. Don't take our word for it. Just go and watch it and enjoy it.
It's a kids show. That's not a kids show. It's got the maturity and the dark tones when necessary, and they don't overdo it. They have the longevity of light, nice tone.
It's true.
They have the jokes. They can be silly and dark at the same time.
Yeah, I mean, and you know what? Their silliness is like just the right amount of cheesy.
Exactly. Right?
Like, I mean, this is all coming from either Wally said it or Robin said it. They're the cheesiest ones.
Exactly.
And then Red Arrow joins the team again at the very end of it, season 1. But he's super sketched out about Superboy, like Megan and Artemis.
Yeah.
Right?
I think Red Arrow finds out something about himself very huge. He finds out that he was a clone the whole time. And
how many clones? Two clones.
Yeah, I know. So I think he has to change his name to Arsenal instead.
Right.
Because he's like, you know what? I'm not the original.
Right.
I think the original lost his arm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, in the comics, yeah.
Yeah.
Did you know, actually, that... sorry, fun fact, guys. One of the most controversial comics, it came out like very, very long time ago, but it was when the Green Arrow and the Green Lantern was pairing up. And there was one issue that really like broke the mold because Speedy was feeling really left out. Oh. And he turned to drugs.
I remember that now. Yes.
Yeah, man. Like, I have the cover of it, and I should have brought it today. I didn't even think about that, but it's a heartbreaking, you know, like, cover because, like, you literally see, like, the surprise in Green Arrow's face, and it's just like, Roy, what the hell are you doing? Yeah. Like, how could you be this stupid? And then for Roy to be like, because you ignored me, you know, I'm like, saddest storyline ever.
And they still talk about that in the Teen Titan comics now, or the Titans comics.
Oh, really?
Yeah, there's still a theme. Because I think when Kid Flash comes back and then he goes over, hey, what'd I miss? And it's like, whoa.
A lot.
Yeah, a lot.
Let me speed through this, no pun intended. And I remember one of the big kind of villainous things that happened was the Starotech. A little thing that was like, I remember that like being attached to their body somehow.
Yeah. That was interesting tech. I mean, mind control is always...
It's one hell of a drug.
it's one hell of a trip.
Yeah.
I like the villains in this series. The Light was the main villain in season 1.
Yep.
And then season 2 kind of drifts into like an alien invasion. But, you know, they come in peace kind of thing. The public thinks they're great. But the Reach were actually bad. And that's how they introduced the Scarab, I believe.
Right.
That's how they introduced not just the Blue Beetle, but they had Black Beetle, they had Green Beetle.
All the Beetles.
I'm just thinking,
Paul, Ringo,
Lennon, like
you name it, they had it. I hear you, and then that went into season 2, and even then, like, oh my God, the villains in Young Justice is just like basically it's Justice League. Like, you have everything from like Vandal Savage to Ra's al Ghul to I think Rain was in there.
Yeah.
Lex, obviously, and Black
some new
Mantas.
Ones too I haven't heard of. Black Manta was in there, and these are consistent villains too. Like, they're not just one episode and they're gone. Like,
and they're big villains. You know, they're not just guys that are like, oh, these are the villains for kids.
Yeah.
You know, if these little guys could do it, you know, I mean, they're worth something. And you know what, Justice League, you don't give them enough credit.
Yo, these kids are serious. They had like the deepest undercover mission I've ever had in a teen superhero show. Like.
Yeah.
Deep undercover. Like, even the own team, some members didn't know about it. And they thought they were being betrayed.
Yeah.
Like, when Aqualad betrayed the team, everyone's like, oh my God, you killed Artemis. And it was a huge betrayal. And then...
I still, I still remember the stab in season 2. So, like, going to season 2 now, basically. Can you give us a little bit of a rundown, Anthony, what happened there?
So, basically, what happened was there's this fight going on, and everyone thinks that Aqualad turns on them and joins Black Manta. And then there's a fight, and then Aqualad pretends to stab Artemis, but he uses, like, this magic water. Yes. That just looks like a blade.
Magic water.
It's like, I can't describe it any other way.
Yeah. I mean, if it pierces through people, come on.
It's magic water.
It's magic water.
So he, like, quote unquote stabs her, and everyone's like, oh my God, you asshole. Like, we thought that you were on our side. Like, you're really turned now.
Yeah.
So
like, from season 1, and then you could do this to us and look us in the face.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
And Aqualad has the best poker face on the team.
For sure.
He has, like, this... You can't tell if he's joking or when he's serious or happy. It's just like, I did this for the team.
Yeah. He's kind of like the same poker face almost as I Lose Her from Teen Titans. Raven. Yeah. A little bit like that.
At least I've seen her laugh in Teen Titans. A lot.
Very one note. But, I mean, rest assured, guys, you know, remember, Artemis did not actually die.
Nope.
Instead, that was a whole plan. There was a whole rouse with, like, you know, the core members of the team, and she becomes Tigress afterwards.
Not only that, she pretends to be Tigress and joins Aqualad undercover with the villains.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like, well, I can't possibly be Artemis. I'm
exactly.
Tigress, you know?
Who's this Artemis you speak of?
And what's awesome is that they didn't tell the team this, so Megan, who's a Martian, can read people's minds.
Right.
And then she goes to attack Tigress, and she's like mind melding her to like make her brain numb. And then she's like, "Wait a minute, I can read your mind. You're Artemis." Oh my god!
Oh my god! Oh my god! I'm so sorry. I tried to meld your mind.
And Aqualad's like, "God damn it, Megan!"
Could you just stay quiet for one moment? Jeez. And then, of course, there was some new characters, and one of my favorites, Blue Beetle. Of course, not the Ted Kord version. It was the Jaime Reyes one.
Jaime Reyes.
That was super cool storyline.
I like the Beetle as a character anyway on his own.
Yeah.
Because the Beetle is like a separate entity that always talks to Reyes.
Right.
And then whenever Reyes has an idea, he's like, going to maximum lethal mode. And it's like, no, it's just a bully. Like, I don't want to kill him.
Yeah. Calm down, Scarab. Jeez. What happened with Jaime, actually?
So he was part of a group of kids that were kidnapped, or he wanted to save a bunch of kids that were kidnapped, and he had to go into this other side mission to rescue them. And I think he became good friends with Bart Allen, and they both went to save these kids. But I don't think he had a good past, mostly.
Right.
It wasn't like a family that was out to help him like everyone else did. So
yeah, gotcha. And Deathstroke was in season 2, right?
Yes, he is.
And Deathstroke, first of all, if this ever happens, I don't know. I'm not very good with the news part of stuff, but the guy who played Deathstroke in the CW, what was his name again?
I know his face.
Manu Bennett.
He's gorgeous, yes.
Yes. And and then Jeff, his man crush Joe Manganiello, also equally
gorgeous.
Embodies Deathstroke, and whoever did, but really love the integration of Deathstroke because he's the Justice League Justice with it.
And he commands presence. Like when he goes up against someone with superpowers,
and 7 guns on me.
And I know exactly how you fight.
He has profiles, man. I think pretty much from that moving forward, I grew up in the 90s as well, and I remember Teen Titans. That's kind of like our, kind of like before Young Justice. What was there? There was Teen Titans.
Teen Titans. That's my reference point for any teen superhero cartoon. It was Teen Titans.
Yeah. And how do you feel like the connection was between the Teen Titans that we grew up with and Young Justice right now?
And I always find myself, I tried to stop, but I always find myself thinking about the old Teen Titans crew.
Right.
Seeing Raven, Cyborg, Starfire, all those guys together. But then reality hits, and I'm like, okay, so Cyborg is actually older than the teens. He's not a teen anymore anyway. Starfire is also older. Like, it would make sense for her to be a teen, so she's the leader of the Teen Titans now.
Right.
So I like the way Young Justice handled it. They had the Kid Flash, which the original Teen Titans didn't. He had like a cameo, but not a part of the original team.
Right.
But, Robin's in there, and him being the leader, it just struck a chord with me because it just fits.
Right,
I like the way he was a leader in the original Teen Titans. So Young Justice, Robin being the leader makes sense.
What about storyline wise? Did you think that, for me, of course, Young Justice, because also watching it in my early 20s, I would say, it was kind of like, this is a lot. I don't know. To me, I like it better because at that time I was watching it. I was mature enough to put connections together and appreciate that story. Yeah. But then I went back actually and watched a little bit of Teen Titans after that, and I was like, not feeling. Still great, but because you moved on from the kiddie cartoons, it just didn't feel right anymore.
I think Teen Titans, the original, came out when I was in that mood for what I was seeing. It was like a single story episode kind of thing, and lots of fillers over an arcing overall plot involving Slade and Robin.
Right.
But in between, there's fillers of them going to getting pizza, or, the controller, I forgot his name, the master controller. He basically controls you with his TV remote.
Oh,
and he
yeah,
can put you in TV shows or whatever. So they had filler episodes, but there was an overarching huge plot. But you're right, there's a lot more feeling and emotion. And man, when Tara came in,
for sure,
that was just Beast Boy emotion all over the place. Just
you didn't know he had it in him until that.
I still ship Raven and Beast Boy though.
Oh, for sure,
100%.
With this new Titans thing happening in the DC world, whatever streaming universe, I'm interested, to see how that kind of plays out.
We'll see.
I think we talked about it a little bit in SDCC, in the SDCC podcast, but sometimes I'm okay that some things take a turn because you want to refresh storylines and all that kind of stuff. But for example, if they were ever to make like Young Justice, and then the Artemis and Kid Flash thing never happened, I'd be like, oh, the essence is kind of gone with that.
Yeah, you need that.
But it's pretty important.
It's very important to me. Yeah. I think Young Justice, plot-wise, compared to